Hello everybody out there on YouTube. This is Joseph Deladani, historian, fitness guru, one sexy, charismatic guy. I want to talk to you about a controversial topic about the gun debate. Wasn't going to go this way, but we had another shooting. I don't think that, I have people on all sides of the spectrum. Some people say you should get rid of them altogether. Some say we need gun control. Some say don't do anything, we have to do other stuff. I don't think getting rid of guns would help, especially if a criminal has a gun and you don't. We saw what happened with Hitler in Germany. I think that, I know some people are going to disagree with me on some things. I know some people might agree with me. I do think that there needs to be control, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but someone's got to give, folks. And everyone's like, well, do this, do that. We got to do something. And all anyone ever talks, whenever something like this happens, and everyone starts talking gun control, nothing ever happens. All they do is talk. Both sides talk, the gun people, oh, we got to keep the guns, and the people that don't like guns, get rid of guns, but nobody does anything as far as controlling it ever. And how many more people have to die? How many more shootings do there have to be before we do something? Let me just run down some stuff. Talk about recent shootings. One was October 1st, 2017, which was my birthday, actually, October 1st. Stephen Paddock, 59 years, was he like a 60-year-old man? But he killed 59 people, counting himself, because he killed himself too. 58 and himself, 59 people. They said he had 18 weapons at the hotel. They said at one time he owned 30 weapons, but he had 18 he brought to the Mandalay Bay. He had an AK-47 that he was able to mount, had a hunting scope. It's just a high-powered weapon where he was allowed to take out a lot of people, and that's where like gun control comes in. Maybe certain weapons shouldn't be on the street. And then, another recent shooting, obviously, the most recent one as of right now. Sadly, probably won't be soon. I mean, I'm sure another one's going to happen at some point. But anyways, was a school shooting, happened in Florida, February 14th, 2018. Cruz, what was his name? Nicholas Cruz, 19-year-old, former student. He killed 17 people with an AR-15 assault rifle, semi-automatic assault rifle, where it only shoots one bullet at a time, but it automatically reloads itself, so it's pretty high-powered as an assault rifle. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. That's just a lot of people are saying, that's just a few recent stories why people say that we need gun control because, stuff like this is happening all the time. And here's some other famous ones. The largest school shooting ever, Virginia Tech. I didn't know this. 2007, Virginia Tech College. Swang Hui Cho. I know I'm butchering that name. I'm Asian too, half Korean, but anyways. He was a senior at Virginia Tech. He was diagnosed with severe anxiety disorder. But he was still able to purchase a gun because he wasn't institutionalized. Probably didn't have a record either. And that's the thing is like, they need to limit this. And I was like, well, Joe, how can you do it? But maybe if this guy that had this anxiety disorder wasn't able to purchase a gun, maybe this wouldn't have happened because he killed 33 people. Maybe certain disorders, till they get treated, he shouldn't have been allowed to purchase a gun. Those people would still be alive. And not everybody knows how to go to the black market. And everyone's going to say, well, he would find a way to get a gun another way. But he didn't. He bought it legally. Who knows if he would have been able to get one through the black market. Not everybody has those means. And the second biggest school shooting, Sandy Hook, 2012. 20-year-old Adam Lanza killed his mom, and then he killed 28 students. Here's another one. Actually, this has been going on for longer than a lot of people think. UT Austin, University of Texas Austin, 1966. Before I was even born. Born in 77, but I got held back a grade, so I'm just celebrating my 20-year anniversary in 2017. But anyways, 17 were dead, 31 injured. Charles Wright, 25. He was dishonorably discharged because he was also, I think, in the Marines too. He was an engineering student. He was dishonorably discharged from the Marines for gambling there. He killed his mom, he killed his girlfriend, and then he killed, how many here? Oh yeah, 17, I already mentioned it. He went on observation deck, and it was a 90-minute horror story. Of course, everybody knows about Columbine. Can you believe Columbine was 1999? That's almost 20 years ago. Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. 15 were dead, 21 injured. They wore trench coats. They called themselves the Trench Coat Mafia. Heard they were a little different. They were quiet. It's rumored they were victims of bullies. They hated the bullies. They hated the jocks. They ordered all the jocks to stand up. They killed them all before killing themselves. Man, we just got... I don't know, it's just senseless, you know. I don't know what to say about that. I think that what they did is terrible. They weren't in their right mind. But we gotta all be nice to each other. But man, you know, just something like that's extreme. But I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't understand what it's like to get bullied big time. So, but anyways, so that's just some of the reasons why people, you know, these big cases like this where people use guns. You know, maybe if there was a little bit of control, or you weren't allowed to purchase as many guns or as powerful guns, maybe that could, you know, lessen the impact. Because guns are easy to get, you know. Maybe if you don't have a gun, you know, if you use a knife or another weapon, you can only do so much destruction. Even a bat, you can do some destruction, but any destruction is bad. But you know, one life saved, that counts to me. But I don't think any lives should be lost. But oh well. Like I said, I don't believe in getting rid of guns. Hitler got rid of the guns so he could enslave the Jews. That was a slow process, by the way. First, he started slowly taking away their rights, slowly taking away their business, slowly putting them in concentration camps, you know. And then he got rid of them so nobody could oppose his political power. That's how he could control a nation. So I think getting rid of guns, I think all the people are right because that say you shouldn't get rid of guns because that kind of thing happened. You know, that calls for government tyranny, and where they can come and they can seize your guns and they could just, you know, get rid of your rights. That's what leads into that. Plus, too, if they get rid of the guns and the criminals will find a way to get guns, because some of them are going to be able to get guns on the black market or get them illegally because criminals don't follow the law. Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, not all of them would be able to. I don't believe that. Out of even you say if 50 murderers, you know, maybe 2 of them wouldn't be able to find a gun. You know, that's still some lives saved. But anyways, you don't want to have criminals have guns and you don't because people use them for protection. So you can't get rid of guns totally, but you got to kind of put some rules and restrictions on it. And like I said, it's just too hard because they're all over the place. We need to limit the amount. And maybe certain people shouldn't get them. Like I said earlier, the Virginia Tech shooter in 2007, Swang Hui Cho, he killed, 33 people, I said? And, you know, he had severe anxiety disorder. And people knew about him already. But he was still able to get a gun because he hadn't broken no laws, because he wasn't institutionalized. Maybe, like I said earlier, we should have stronger laws about something like that. I read somewhere the FBI says 68% of murders are done by guns. I don't know if that's true. You know, it's kind of hard to find accurate statistics on certain things. You hear different things. I don't like going by statistics. But it kind of makes sense to me because most of the stuff you hear about killings on the news or whatever, and I don't watch the news a lot because it's all bad news. I usually don't know about anything, any school shootings or anything until someone tells me. I'll hear people talking or someone tells me, you know, but it's just, I don't know. It's just depressing. But anyways, they say 68% of people are killed by guns. Kind of makes sense. Seems like there's more shootings than people using knives and stuff. And, you know, if you have a knife and someone has a gun, who's stronger? Gun. Like I said, not everybody has any means to find ways to get guns on the black market. Gotta make it harder for people, for these criminals. I think some guns should be off the street. Stephen Paddock. Well, first of all, there needs to be a limit on the amount of guns, I think. And I know one's going to say, well, Joe, it only takes one gun to kill people, you know. But he had 18 guns at the hotel. He owned 30 at one time. You know, what's he going to do with all those guns? If one gun runs out of bullets, then he gets another gun. And I know the guns he uses probably never run out. Some of these guns have an automatic reload. I'll get to that. He bought 6 of the gun at Cabela's in Verde, Nevada. When the news went to talk to him, the manager there, they declined an interview. And then he bought some of the guns at Discount Firearms and Ammo, which is a few blocks from the Strip. But he doesn't need that many guns. And I'm going to people say, well, Joe, people collect them. Some are antiques and some are... I call bull. You don't need that many. You only need a few to do your sport or to do hunting. Or you just don't need a stockpile of weapons. I'm sorry, there should be a limit. He had 18 weapons. Some of them were semi-automatics. He had an AR-15. He had an AK-47, which had a stand to steady and move it. He had a scope for hunting, so he could scope people out. And this is a high-powered weapon. They're not allowed to sell fully automatic weapons, but they can sell semi-automatic weapons, at least here in Nevada. And semi-automatic is, and I don't know a lot about guns, I'll admit, but I learned a lot. I know some of you guys know more about guns, some of you that love them, or some of you that served in the military. And I know a lot of you like that, but weightlifting is my choice of drug. Social media is my choice of drug. Making YouTube videos is my choice of drugs. Guns, I just never, just not something I've ever been privy to. But anyways, the fully automatic gun, semi-automatic guns, they reload themselves, but you can only shoot a bullet one time if you pull the trigger. But it's easy, I read it's easy to make these guns into automatic, fully automatic guns, and a lot of people think that's what Stephen Paddock did, because he was just firing too many rounds. So he was able to restructure this gun into a fully automatic gun. So not only was it reloading, but if it's a fully automatic gun, it can get rid of the entire clip in one pull of the trigger. That's scary. He was able to kill 59 people. If this gun wasn't on the streets, then he wouldn't have been able to do this. You need to take this off the streets. Make it hard to get, and he probably wouldn't have been able to get it. And maybe if he didn't have a high power weapon, he would have settled for a less powerful weapon. Maybe if he didn't have so many weapons, he would only have a few, and they would have caught him before more lives were lost. And maybe they would have caught him before he committed suicide to find out what the heck is in this guy's head. Go on. The kid in Florida, he had an automatic, an AR-47. I don't know if it was semi-automatic or fully automatic. I should have done my homework. But, you know, so I just think that there needs to be control. I mean, everyone's going to say, well, no, they need to do this. They need to arm teachers. Well, you know what? I don't think that should be a prerequisite. I don't think, not every teacher wants to use a gun. And I don't think they should have to. What, you're going to disqualify someone? Oh, he doesn't know how to use a gun, he's not going to be a teacher. It's going to be, oh, in this day and age, Joe, you know, people, they need to know how to do it. No, they don't. If you want to have armed security, that's fine. You know what? You're going to make our schools like a prison. And you know what? Sad to say is, I kind of think maybe we need to go that route too. But there definitely needs to be some kind of gun control. Not getting rid of guns, because, like I said, if a criminal has a gun and you don't, that's big trouble. And a lot of these criminals will find a way. It can make a way for the government to come after you too if you get rid of guns, like in Nazi Germany. But there needs to be some kind of control. People don't need to be owning 20, 30, 40, 50 guns. They don't need to have these high-powered weapons where they can make them automatic. Certain people with certain disorders, like an anxiety disorder, like I mentioned, it's got to be harder for some of these people to get guns. We need stricter background checks, and these things wouldn't happen as much. Now, they're still going to happen. There's still going to be people that are going to be able to find ways to get this stuff, but it's going to be a lot less. But something needs to be done. But all anybody does is talk. You know, and I'm challenging, you know, President Trump, and I'm sure he watches my videos. but all you do is talk. You know, you said you're going to be different. You said, you know, you come out, you talk big like you're a big man. I don't have anything against, you know, I know people say different things. He's our president. And, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. People are parading, and then this is a different topic, and people don't like him, people don't like some of the stuff he says. You know, and a lot of the stuff he says is, like, I will say he can't catch a break. You know, CNN, they pick apart everything. You know, like, oh, he didn't shake hands. When he shook his hand, he looked this way, and every stupid thing. You know, but either way, he's our president, and we can't do anything about it. But I wish he would take a stand, because whenever this happens, all anyone does is talk. Both sides talk, but nobody ever does anything. And, you know, I know there's that sign that says, you know, what would criminals fear more? And then they have a picture of, like, armed and dangerous if you come in with a gun, or, oh, we don't have guns, and come in. But at the same time, you need to limit the kind of weapons. If you want to put armed security in schools, maybe that needs to be the way. But it's not just in schools. You know, there are people that came in restaurants, have shot up restaurants. And with these less high-powered weapons, they could just take out a lot more. But something, we got to do something. We need to quit talking, and we got to do something. And I don't know what to do. It's like, well, Joe, you need to do something. And all I can do is vote. All I can do is make videos. But the government needs to stand up, and they need to take a stand. You know, and it just seems like they don't want to do it, and that's what bugs me. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Joseph signing out.